Hey y'all, how's it going? It's Mia, and today we are discussing She-Hulk episodes 5 and 6. I know I have a lot to explain right now. What's going on with the setup? Why are we discussing episodes 5 and 6? Yeah, listen, I don't even know where to begin. I feel like I'm still in Germany and it's like 11 o'clock at night here. There has been like no great time or place for me to discuss She-Hulk, and so I was just like, you know what, forget about it. I'm just gonna film this now. I'm not in the office. Everyone is asleep but me, so I just, here I am filming in the dark basement dungeon that they keep me in. And of course, last week I was away on my vacation within a vacation, so I missed talking about episode 5, but there hasn't been like that much development in episode 5, so I figured combining them anyway just kind of works because these episodes are kind of really quick. So again, excuse the surroundings. I mean, you can listen to this like a podcast anyway, unless you just like looking at my face the entire time, which I assume is why you would have subscribed anyway. Like why would you not subscribe otherwise? But hey, let's just let all that be bygones and discuss episodes 5 and 6 of She-Hulk. So congratulations if you've made it this far in the series. You're one of the people who are enjoying She-Hulk just like me. This is our sanctuary to talk about how much we love She-Hulk and how much it's not cringe. Like literally every single week I have not had a single bad thing to say about it, and I think it's just been such a charming series. And for me, what I think works is the fact that this is, at least to me, this is the first time where it's been like, you have a TV series set within the MCU, but it's just kind of a normal series. So basically, the whole premise of the show was, it's like, okay, what if superheroes had lawyers? But it just happens to be, within the MCU, so that just makes it even stronger. It's kind of weird, like, in comparison to think of something like Andor, like having just any old TV show. Like, let's say we just wanted a cop show and we had to set it in the Star Wars universe. I feel like it would really have to warrant being set in the Star Wars universe for me to care. But Marvel, it just kind of seems to work. It's not as out there. It's hard for me to explain it, but this series just works. It's like a comedy, a law series, a law comedy that takes place within the MCU. Yeah, I'm sold. It just works. And I've also been a fan of Mallory's character. I feel like if this were like a real comedy series, because Disney Plus shows aren't real. If this were a real comedy series and let's say it would have been on like Friends for many, many seasons, I think she really would have been an iconic kind of television series. I just love the way the actress plays it. She's been really, really awesome. Okay, future Mia cutting in right now. As I'm editing this for the next section, I accidentally called Titania's character Tatiana for like the whole entire thing. And I realized I did that because Jen Walters is played by Tatiana Maslany, and so I get that all confused. So anytime I say Tatiana, I am referring to Titania, played by Jamila Jamil. So this is what happens when you record late at night. You get all crazy, but I'm glad I caught it. I hope that doesn't bother you. Sorry. Now, over these 2 episodes, I've been keeping a close eye on Tatiana's character, and that's someone who I want to talk about, because in episode 5, we kind of just wrapped up things really kind of nicely and neatly and quickly with the whole case against, using the She-Hulk name. And Gen 1, it was just kind of easy. And then in episode 6, we had her going to the wedding and Tatiana shows up, she crashes the party and they get into a big fight, and that's kind of it. But it still works, and it just makes me wonder though, what the heck is going on with this whole, someone is out there to steal Jen's Hulk gamma radiated blood, right? And at first I did theorize that it was Tatiana. I was like, well, who else would be against her? She doesn't seem to have any other enemies. But now that I think about it, I'm wondering if Tatiana is a red herring. And it's just kind of, her character is not so bright, not the sharpest tool in the shed. And so I think that was a red herring for who the real culprit is. And I can only imagine who this culprit is, because as we saw in episode 6, just at the end there, there's several people, it looks like, at a lab, and they've got this high-tech equipment, and they've got these real syringes now, probably, you know, double XL syringes to be able to pierce her skin. And so this is like serious business here, and I don't think that Tatiana, bless her soul, is bright enough to pull this whole shebang together. So I am very curious to see what is going on there, and I really have no idea what could be going on now. They really kind of got me on that one. And for some reason I was like, oh, what if it has to do with Daredevil? I don't necessarily think it has anything to do with Daredevil, but maybe it does. Probably gonna say that it doesn't. As far as Daredevil though, wasn't that a interesting surprise at the end of episode 5 where we see, you know, the designer is like, hey, don't leave all this confidential stuff out, and of course we've got this golden Daredevil helmet. That's really cool. So the first thing that actually stuck out to me as I was thinking about this, I was like, okay, Matt Murdock is a East Coast guy. He's a New York guy, right? He practices law in the state of New York. So what will bring him to LA to meet up with Jen? Or I was wondering though, because in the trailer I think they meet up on a rooftop. How many rooftops look like that in LA? So maybe Jen will be going to New York. If not, I just wonder why one of them will be on the other's turf. So I'm like, I don't know, why would Daredevil be coming into the She-Hulk series? Either because maybe they will have something in common with a case. I doubt maybe that Jen will be representing Matt in something that goes on. I mean, she could, you know, if he didn't want to represent himself. We already saw that Jen used another fellow lawyer colleague for her thing, so maybe Matt Murdock will be coming to them for his superhero needs. I'm not entirely sure. And what especially gets me is because we had this whole thing at D23 about Daredevil Reborn again. It's kind of like not a I don't know, the way Charlie Cox or whoever was talking about it, where we're not so sure if it's like a direct continuation of the Netflix series, or I don't think it's a complete reboot. So however the continuation is going to go there, I wonder if we're going to get some answers about that in She-Hulk. Again, it's funny that I'm so interested in this because I really have not watched the Netflix Daredevil show, but I'm really hoping that now that they're bringing him into the MCU, he will have something that is worth watching to me. And I don't know if I'm going to go back and watch the Daredevil series just because it didn't appeal to me when I was taking a look at it back then, and so I don't know if it's going to appeal to me now if I try to rewatch it. So that is about all I have to say for episodes 5 and 6 of She-Hulk. Again, it's just pure fun. I'm like, I don't have to analyze too much. It'd be like me analyzing King of Queens or like Seinfeld every week. There's just like not a ton to talk about, but I do like it because let's say compared to, as I always say, House of the Dragon, it takes me like an hour to write the script. So this I can just be like, it was so funny, you know, the Avengers merch, wasn't that cute? I thought that was really funny. That was really enjoyable. The guy with the, you know, 600 wives and husband, that was really cute as well. So they have really surprised me with this series, and I'm excited to see what happens next week. So let me know what you guys have been thinking about it so far. If you're still on the She-Hulk train, I hope you are, because it's just been so enjoyable to me. And I will definitely for sure be talking about Andor. Just a little preview of coming attractions. I have some thoughts about Andor, so I will be excited to talk about that. I will probably get the House of the Dragon episode 6 video up first, and then we can go ahead and talk about Andor because I have some thoughts. So be sure to like this video if you enjoyed it, subscribe so you can keep up with my She-Hulk reviews and my Andor review. I will see you guys in the next video, hopefully in a better setting. Okay.